If you watch football even a little bit, you've probably heard of that one mysterious website everyone quotes when talking about players' prices. Transfermarkt. The place where Messi's market value drops after one bad season. And some 19-year-old from Portugal suddenly becomes worth 50 million. But here's the question no one ever asks. Who decides those numbers? Who wakes up and says, yeah, this kid is worth 60 million, not 40. You think it's a supercomputer? Some secret FIFA formula? Nope. It started as a hobby of one obsessed football fan from Germany. Let's rewind to the year 2000. Germany. A marketing manager named Matthias Seidel, a die-hard Werder Bremen fan, had a small problem. He had just moved from Bremen to Hamburg, the media capital of Germany. But back then, it wasn't easy to follow your favourite club online. Most sports media didn't even have proper websites yet. So what did he do? He made his own. Seidel built a simple webpage, a small table of rumours about players who might join Werder Bremen. That's it. No fancy graphics, no valuations, just a fan trying to keep up with transfers. And that tiny table was the first version of Transfermarkt. But here's what made Seidel different. He didn't stop at his favourite club. He started tracking transfers for other teams. Then he began collecting data: who represents which player, which agents are involved, which clubs keep doing business together. Remember, this was before Google made anything easy. Seidel literally went through stacks of German football magazines, page by page, hunting for names of agents and transfer rumours. This was obsession, not journalism. Then came 2006, the year Germany hosted the World Cup. Football fever exploded, and with it, Transfermarkt's popularity skyrocketed. Everyone, journalists, scouts, even clubs, started using the site. A year later, the giant media company Axel Springer, the same people behind Bild, bought a controlling stake. That changed everything. Transfermarkt expanded across Europe: Austria, Switzerland, England, Italy, Turkey, Russia. Within a few years, it wasn't just a German website. It was the football market database of the world. Today, it's visited by hundreds of millions of users every year. Every player, every agent, every rumour, all in one place. But none of that would matter without one genius feature, the thing that made Transfermarkt different: the market value. Let's clear this up once and for all. Those numbers, 80 million euros for Mbappe, 25 million euros for Gavi, are not decided by clubs or data algorithms. They're decided by people. Yep, Transfermarkt's market value is based on a combination of community opinion, moderator judgment, and expert consultation. Here's how it actually works. Before every update, twice a year, one before the winter window, one before the summer window, selected users and experts on the site submit their estimated player values. They back it up with arguments: age, performance, contract length, injuries, market interest, hype. Then the moderators come in. They filter out absurd suggestions, like people who rate every Real Madrid player at 200 million. They take the realistic estimates, find an average, and discuss it internally. Finally, after talking with a small panel of analysts and editors, the team releases the official market value. No algorithm, no secret machine. Just human analysis, perception, and debate. That's the magic and the myth of Transfermarkt. It feels scientific, but it's built on judgment. Now you might say, so what? It's just numbers on a website. Wrong. Those numbers influence real business decisions. Agents use them to negotiate contracts. Clubs reference them when buying or selling players. Even journalists quote them in headlines. Player X now worth €70 million, according to Transfermarkt. That's not just information, that's leverage. And smart agents know it. When Mino Raiola was alive, he used to say, "Perception is everything in football." He wasn't kidding. Agents manipulate perception every single day, and Transfermarkt is part of that game. They leak stories to media outlets, hype up their players, and the next thing you know, the player's Transfermarkt value climbs 15%. Fans think it's based on goals or assists. In reality, it's market theatre. Here's the secret. Agents and scouts don't just read Transfermarkt, they mine it. They filter players by contract expiry, by injury history, by market trend. They look for undervalued players, those whose value has dipped but potential remains high. Then they call clubs, directors, intermediaries. They pitch the player like a stock ready to rise again. That's how business gets done. And you can literally watch the patterns unfold if you know what to look for. Next time you open a player's profile, don't stop at market value. Scroll down, see the agent's name. Then click on that agency. You'll notice the same agency represents multiple players in the same positions or from the same league. That's not random. That's strategy. They're building dominance, positional, regional, and financial. Football isn't just competition anymore. It's portfolio management. If you really want to understand modern football or even work in it, start using Transfermarkt like a scout, not a fan. Pick a random player. Trace his career moves, his agent, the clubs that bought and sold him. Write it down. You'll start noticing patterns. Same intermediaries, same feeder clubs. That's the invisible network that runs global football. And when you learn to decode it, you'll stop being an outsider. You'll start seeing the power structures behind every transfer headline. If you've ever dreamed of being in the football industry, not just watching from the stands, this is where it starts. Not with luck, not with contacts, but with understanding the system. Inside my program, I break down exactly how to use platforms like Transfermarkt, LinkedIn, and data analytics tools to map agency networks, find undervalued players, and position yourself like a real intermediary. I don't promise fame. I promise understanding. And once you understand how this game works, everything changes. Because football isn't just about goals anymore. It's about information, timing, and leverage. So go ahead, comment below. What's the most shocking thing you learned about Transfermarkt today? And if you're serious about turning your passion into a real path, the link's below. And if you are serious to turning your passion in a real path, join our Face community. The link is in the comments.